Alright, after you've done animation, or if animation and video are your projects, you are probably going to want to go into Adobe Premiere Pro CC 2017, which is in your Creative Suite. And within that, I've done several things. This is your board with all of the controls set up. And here is my little video. And I have made a title. I have added my clip. I have added a sound clip, and in order to fit my video, I've got it repeated almost 5 times, and then I have closing rolling credits at the end that tell what software I used and where I got the sound at YouTube, giving them credit for using their sound. And I've saved this, and let's show you how that process works. You start by making a new project, and we'll just call it Untitled because I'm not going to do much with it. And the first thing you're going to see is this, and everything that you bring in you have to import. So you go File to Import all of your things. Here is the video. And you see it shows up over here on the side, and then here's the sound. File, import, and here's the sound that I have brought in, and you can see both of them are right here. And then you're going to want to make a title. So here's the title screen, and you want to make sure you have Titles Tools sitting over here. And if you don't have an opening credit that you've made for your film, you can do that with this just by clicking here, and here's a new title. Automatically it's going to make a still, so you can put a still at the beginning and a rolling credit at the end if you follow the directions. And I can just clip here, and I can write this is my sample title. Alright, and then you can select it and change your fonts to whatever font you might want it to be, whatever size. You can go orientation, you can try some different things coming in, and you can make it all caps if you want it to be all caps. Easiest way to do it is just to select a font that is all caps from your fonts over here, which should be pretty much the same fonts as your Photoshop. So you can see I can do that. As long as I'm selecting it, I can move it around where I want it to be. I make it all center, and then you're going to click Save. That will save your project. That also should save your title, which should show up over here. When I hit Effects, there's my title, sample title. There's my video, there's my sound, and then while I'm here I can make a rolling credit, click title again, click here, new title, and I can click right here and make it a rolling credit. So I'm going to click on roll, and I want it to start off off the screen and in off the screen, and it'll automatically send that up right, and I can click on it and make that credits. And give credit for whoever you need to. You need someone else's sound, you should give them credit for that. And following the rules, what software you used. You know, you can remember what they did at the movie, everyone who worked there, what software firms, what software, all of that's there. And then again, click Save, and then you can close the credits, or you can come back right here to where's close program, to effects, and they also show up on effects. This is my title, there's my credit. Alright, so I'm ready to drag them out. This is your timeline just like in Photoshop. So I can start with this is my title, and I put my title on. And then you can drag out, here's your video, put right after it, and then you're going to want to put on your credits at the end. Put them out here. For right now, title 2. And then your sound. And then this is where you're probably going to have to do the most. Your sound can go down below. And if it does not go for the whole video, you're going to have to copy the sound. And I'm just going to drag, whoops, you see right about here the sound stopped. So I can just drag it on again and continue on. Here it is, sound stopped again. And put it in one more time. And it looks like it still is not enough. So I had to put mine in 5 times for the video. And then once you get everything up there, if your sound goes past your credits and everything, which I've got right here, let's pull those credits. All the way down to the end and put them in place at the end. Alright, and to drag them out, and I want to drag them to be longer than what it is, I can click Alt, click, and that'll let me move it, drag it. I think that just copied it. Or you can right click it and scale your time period there at the end. Alright, the hardest thing I found, and I've got several, is to remove. Cut. Is you've got to cut this off. So here are your tools, and all you do is come where the end of your credits are, click your razor blade, click on, and I've got a line there to cut it off, click on your arrow tool and cut. So hopefully if I've done it right, there's credits, there's everything. Alright, and then you can click here to play it anytime to see it. Okay, so what they have done to make this different than most software programs, and I'm going to save it again, save, is that in order to export it, you can't just go export the video. So here you're going to hit click and put I for in and go all the way to the end and click O for out. Let's see, shift, select, and it didn't do it. Select all the video, I for in, O for out, and then you can export it. Right click, I for in, drag it all the way over to out, O for out. And if you've done that right, then you can export it into media, which will show up here. And we want to set the settings to be fairly small. So I would suggest let's see which one. DPX. And I believe that's what I did a little bit ago to do mine. And then export. So time remaining 48 seconds. We want an MP3, but we don't want it to be too big when we're done. And that's basically what you're going to do with the whole thing. So I'm going to hit cancel because I'm not going to use the same export as I've got here, especially since I don't want to export this sample. Alright, that if you have any problems, you can look at export and editing on YouTube and find some pretty good videos.